Welcome to another trade of the day here at TraderTV.Live, and it's going to be Nuro metrics. Unbelievable banger. You're talking about a two-day upside move here today. As last I checked, it had done about 13 or 14 times its float of like 3.7 million, over 45 million shares traded today. But today's not when this bad boy started. I mean, yesterday's action, it was a big-time mover from about $3 to a high of $12. Coming this morning, and I got to show you two trades here, because there's two ways to play the stock. In the pre-market, you actually had a consolidation, and when you see what happened after the open, you'll understand why the consolidation is pretty impressive, despite the fact that you had a low down here, and I'm chuckling, right around the 11.50-12, where it closed the yesterday's action. It had tested one time to 13, then consolidates lower. The lower high was at 12.65. I missed the 12.65 break. It wasn't fast enough to be able to catch it. I didn't cross far enough. Got able to catch it right back in there on a dip. I thought it had a chance to resist this level. Oh yeah, it's going to consolidate. I can maybe rinse and repeat, buy some dips, and then hold on to it. That didn't happen. Waste of money getting out of anything. When it popped to 15, I actually said on our live show, there's 0% chance that Nuro is not going to halt in the first minute, right? So when it popped to 15 even, I'm saying to myself, I'm going to take that profit. I think it might be able to dip again. It's going to go absolutely you-know-what off of the open. That was a huge mistake. I know Sean definitely held out for this little cluster here, which is going into that open trade, and things get hairy at the open. Could we have held? Fair enough. When it goes in the halt state, it's a totally different ballgame for me. When I anticipate, and it halts here at the upside to like 19, when I anticipate that it's about to halt, I'm thinking of two things and two things only. There's a short setup that I like, which basically never happened today. We've talked about it in the past on the live show, so that's out the window. But the long opportunity is when you know it's going nuts and they are consistently jamming to the upside, so it halts once the upside, it tries to halt down, right? Once it halts up again, you're like, this thing has got too much juice in it. I actually tried to get on the bid in that 15 seconds before it goes into a halt state. In that particular situation, it cannot print to the upside. It can print down, however, meaning you can get hit on the bid. I mean, it's hard to do. You can get hit on that bid. The downside of that action, and we'll get to it as to why this was the top up here, is clearly if it resists a halt, there's a lot of room to run into the downside. I did not get the long there. It opened up, would have been a winner, opens at that price. It then goes for another halt to the upside. I'm like two halts, I'll still take another shot at it. We're about that 30 range. I'm able to actually get hit on the bid that time. Now, I always do this, where I'm going to cover minimum half of my position, usually about just exactly half, wherever it happens to reopen. It's a good liquidity event. I don't want to get caught in a crazy turnaround. I want to bank that profit. It ends up being a smaller move, and I'm also not trying to hold through another halt to the upside. I get it. It could go halt, 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 could have gone to $50. But for me, if I'm making this play off of the reopen, I'm looking to take all my profit out in the middle here. Now, it's going to be extreme because I always want to take some out at the top, and if it halts to the upside, I want to hit that bid as it's about to do it because I'm looking for the next play. Didn't get the short, but I can tell you what it looks like. When I get this long trade here on that bid, if it so much as ticks below this halt price, it was like 30.42, I believe. If it ticks 41s, it's market sell, because if it resists the halt up in that 15 seconds, it comes down, it's coming down hard. Said that on the live show, and then we had an opportunity to see it when it looked like it was going to halt up here at 39. It was about to upside halt in that 15 seconds. One tick down, and you were instantly halting to the downside. I mean, it was a fast move. Difficult to get the short unless you had, your algo, quick hands, stop order, something along those lines. But that's what you got to watch out for, because once it halted down off of that kind of a failure, you can see what happened. You get a longer phase halt, another push to the downside, and then finally showing some semblance of, I don't know, non-madness, of realistic and normal trading. Will that last the rest of the day? I'm not sure. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Unbelievable mover here in Nuro. Great news for them with a fibromyalgia drug, but it's all about the price action. There was pre-market trading that we're able to take and not hold. There was halt trading, how you can take advantage of halt opens and also that moment before we go into a halt to both get into a position and get out, and then to look for what it is that's going to be that turn. So great one here on Nuro. As always, watch our live show daily, and see you out there in the market.